agenda is any members who wanted to give comments on the bills, or we will be asking first all the resource persons who have been invited to give their comments on these bills that have been filed in this committee. So siguro unahin po natin ang DILG. So Congressman Plato, you want to say something? Yes, sir. No, sir. We will be asking first the different resource persons to give their comments on the 3 bills that have been filed and under the deliberation of this committee. So after which, we can have some comments. But the amendments, I think, will be forming a technical working group in order to be more plansya po natin lahat yung mga ibang mga issue regarding these 3 bills. So, DILG, siguro kayo po muna. ASEC Joabili P. Racho, other ano po ba kayo, Assistant Secretary? ASEC, no, sir?
Yes.
Sige. Yes, now you are recognized, sir. Go ahead.
Mr. Chair, honorable members of the Committee on Public Order and Safety, colleagues from different government agencies and guests. This representation expresses its full support in conducting this public hearing and investigation in aid of legislation, as our department recognizes the need to ensure that responsible gun ownership should be strictly observed and to put an end to the proliferation of illegal firearms in the country. The DILG supports the mandate of the subject legislative measures. These bills seek to introduce a comprehensive and dynamic approach to RA 10591 to address the pressing demands of the modern society in order to promote a safe and violence-free environment to our citizens. Correspondingly, we will closely coordinate with the other national government agencies, such as the PNP, to obtain vital information and substantial pieces of evidence that will enable us to ascertain the truth in resolving the matters surrounding the senseless and unresolved killings. We are one with Congress in seeking for the truth, because the department believes that violence has no place in our society. Mr. Chair, a copy of the department's detailed position paper will be submitted to the Honorable Committee. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you so much, ASEC. So, we'll be proceeding to the next resource person from DND. Attorney Angelito C. Castillo, the Division Chief, External Affairs of the DND. You are now recognized. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning to the august members of this Committee on Public Order. Mr. Chair, the Department wishes to convey our full support for the proposed amendments of the Comprehensive Firearms and Ammunition Regulations Act in order to rationalize the various provisions of the law. Rest assured that our stakeholder in the Defense Department, the Armed Forces of the Philippines, and the government arsenal, being the key stakeholder for this proposed bill, is in full support there too. And on that note, Mr. Chair, we will be coordinated with the Secretary for the submission of our joint position paper on the matter. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, salamat po, DND. So we have invited also the COMELEC. Napapanahon na po kasi dahil nga po ganba na kahapon. So tama, we have invited also the COMELEC. So we have here Attorney Nicole. Kay James, you are recognized and give your position on this matter. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, Your Honors, and everyone present here po, good morning. So, the COMELEC fully defers po to the wisdom of the Honorable Committee and the Congress in amending the Comprehensive Firearms Law. Rest assured that the COMELEC will faithfully fulfill its constitutional mandate of administering and enforcing election laws and other election-related laws. On matters po concerning election gun ban, subject of amendments under Section 9 of House Bill Number 11141, introduced by Your Honor, Honorable Dan Fernandez. We already drafted our initial position paper po, but it's still for review by the commissioner in charge of the COMELEC Gun Ban and Security Concerns Committee. And after which po, it will be submitted pa po to the COMELEC and Bank for its approval. So may I, with the kind indulgence po of this honorable committee, may I respectfully request po that we be given more time po to submit our official position paper.
Okay, so we will be waiting, because in a while we will be creating a technical working group on this matter. So for the meantime, we'll be asking you to expedite, yung inyo pong comments by the NBank on this matter, no? And also to DND and DILG to submit to us your position paper. A while ago, we heard that you are in full support. But of course, you have to ask your bosses, no? Baka mamaya hindi naman sila nakasuporta dito. So, kalintik-lintik tayo dyan. So, we'll be asking you to submit your position paper on this matter. Ask your bosses. Okay. So, thank you, COMELEC. So, we'll be proceeding to the next resource person po natin, ang PNP. PNP, you are now recognized. General Francisca?
Dilag, sir.
Si
Dilag.
Sino? Si Dilad.
Dilag,
Yes,
sir. Dan S. Fernandez, sir. To the Honorable Senior Vice Chair, Congressman Romeo Acop, sir. Honorable Jose Bong Teves Jr., sir. Honorable Salvador Prieto, sir. And Honorable Bonifacio Bosita. The head of the PNP delegation, my boss, Police Major General Leo Francisco, sir. Fellow workers in the government, the stakeholders in the firearm industry, the shooting community, other guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. At the outset, the PNP is grateful for this initiative to make another amendment to Republic Act Number 10591 in order to address various pressing issues and concerns related to the regulation of firearms and ammunition. This amendment will also ensure that the law remains responsive to the current and future needs of licensed citizens as well as the industry. The PNP greatly appreciates the effort of the House of the Representatives in coming up with three proposed bills, namely House Bill Number 893, an act amending Republic Act 10591, in order to promote a higher standard of protection, increasing its penalties and sanctions, and for other purposes. House Bill Number 9718, an act amending Republic Act 10591, Section 9, Paragraph 5, known as Comprehensive Law on Firearms and Ammunition, limiting the number of registered firearms and ammunitions and providing penalties for violations thereof. And House Bill Number 11141, an act amending certain sections of Republic Act Number 10591. Noting the need to facilitate the processing of licenses and permits, including legitimate trade, ensuring public safety and security should still be the utmost priority to consider, making sure that this is not compromised. Upon reviewing the said House bills, the PNP would like to express reservations regarding certain provisions, especially on the number of ammunition that may be owned and possessed by a licensed citizen. With this reservation, however, the PNP is open to further discuss the details of this concern with the end view of having a consensus that will not compromise public safety and security and taking into consideration our social responsibility as a good and law-abiding citizens of this country. To give ample time for the deliberation today, Mr. Chair, we wish to give our comments and recommendations as we go along with the discussions on the provisions of the House bills. Moreover, due to the interest of time, we humbly appeal to the Honorable Committee that the official position paper of the PNP will be submitted at a later date to include our comments and recommendations and to give us time to get consensus from our leadership. Thank you, and once again, good morning po.
Yes, maraming salamat, Gerald Dilag.